No score after an inning. Carlos Zambrano, first pitch is a strike to Andre Ethier. Ethier 0 for 3 last night. Hit .305. Ninth in the league, and a fastball and a strike 2. So Carlos Zambrano working quickly, and I guess the fielders have to love that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing better than having a pitcher on the mound throwing strikes and working fast.
Off the fist, fouled away.
Conversely, if you're the hitters, the Dodgers, you might want to step out, try to disturb his rhythm a little bit. And we know little things can set him off.
That's one of the reasons why they ain't a whole lot of stepping out going on if we get Zambrano.
One ball and 2 strikes to Ethier. Carlos Zambrano pitched a no-hitter September the 14th against Houston, and it was the Cubs' first no-hitter in 36 years. Last one to do it was Milt Pappas back in 1972. Long-time right-hander. Pitch misses, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Remember, that game was in Milwaukee because it was against the Astros, but they had it at a neutral site because of the threat of the hurricane in Houston.
2-2 pitch and a base hit to right field, stroked by Ethier. That's the first hit of the game for the Dodgers, leading off the second inning. James Loney coming up now, Tony.
Let's take a look at James Loney's hit chart, and you'll see the majority of balls, go to the pull side, 66, but 51 and 44 is a great number. And it's a great number because the Dodgers, I watched them do it in batting practice today. Lots of times they go up to the plate and they think about the middle of the diamond. They think about, trying to use the middle of the field. And against a guy like Zambrano tonight, who's a hard thrower, unless he's busting you inside, that's where you should be thinking, up the middle and the other way.
And there goes the runner, and the pitch is hit off the hand of Ryan Theriot, who is trying to go over to second base and going to third. So Joe Torre playing hit and run here in the first inning, a surprise. And Ethier goes over to third base, and James Loney is on at first. It's a base hit.
Well, I think this caught everybody off guard. You see Theriot breaking the cover, and he tries to barehand this ball and goes off his finger in the left field.
And here is Matt Kemp, who drove in 76 runs in the regular season, had a double last night for the Dodgers, who threatened here with nobody out in the second inning. Runners at first and third, and a foul ball off to the right. Interesting that last night Dodger batters swung at only 9 of 41 first pitches, but they seem to be a lot more aggressive early on here.
Because Zambrano's throwing strikes, that's why.
Yep. And Zambrano's got a little more velocity than Dempster too. And that will make you go up to the plate and be a little bit more aggressive.
Ryan Dempster walking 7 last night, including the 3 before the grand slam. On the inside corner, no balls and 2 strikes, and once again Zambrano gets ahead of the batter.
He threw that same pitch to Manny Ramirez 0-1. It looks like it's like a little inside cutter. Hitters are giving up on it, and it's coming back and catching the middle of the plate.
Tied, and moving back is Kemp.
Well, there's no intent here by Zambrano. You see the catcher sitting on the outside, but that's not going to hurt you if you're a pitcher.
Absolutely not. That's why I said they get in there and they're ready to hit.
Well, that got up there in a hurry.
It did.
Well, Soto wanted a fastball away, and it looked like Zambrano tried to overthrow that a little bit, and it got away from him.
Ethier at third, Loney the runner at first. 2 hits to start this second inning. Check swing. And it's 2-2 to Matt Kemp.
Well, Tony, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes the pitch just beats you. And that ball right off the corner.
Yep.
Well, back in June, Matt Kemp hit a 3-run homer off of Carlos Zambrano to beat the Cubs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. As Kemp lets that one go by, and that will be the first out and a big strikeout for Zambrano. Run scored last night, and right now the Cubs are looking for the double play to get them out of this inning. Ball one inside.
There's Manny talking with hitting coach Don Mattingly. That's a good guy to talk to.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendous hitter all those years with the Yankees.
Oh, man.
And was a coach with the Yankees when Joe Torre was the manager as well. And a ground ball sharply hit and bobbled by DeRosa, and they don't get anyone. So instead of getting out of the inning with a double play, an error is charged to Mark DeRosa, and a run scores, and the Dodgers lead 1-0. Everyone is safe.
Taylor made.
Yeah, what do they tell you? Never panic. Once he missed this, I think he panicked a little bit instead of getting just the one out.
The ball comes out of his glove, and instead of making sure at least you get one out of this play, now they get nothing.
And a run was going to score anyway as soon as he bobbled, because the Ethier took off on contact, but they didn't get anyone, and so runners now at first and second, still none out, and Casey Blake, the hitter, had one hit last night. There's a ball inside. Joe Torre. Who now has won 9 of 12 games against Lou Piniella in their particular postseason battles. Good friends as they are. 1-0 pitch, and the first baseman, Derek Lee, bobbles it, and everyone's going to be safe, and the bases are loaded. So 2 hard-hit ground balls hit right at Cub infielders. The bases are loaded, nobody out. The Dodgers looking for a big inning. Here is the pitcher, Chad Billingsley, who is 6 for 63 and takes strike one. There's one out. And Zambrano trying to pitch out of trouble, and not of his own making. 0-2.
Well, this is where, if you're the manager, Torre, you don't want your pitcher to make 2 outs. It's all right to strike out here.
Exactly.
Get the hitter up there for a call.
And Billingsley strikes out for the second out. 3rd strikeout of the game for Zambrano. So now it'll be left up to the leadoff hitter, Rafael Furcal.
I'll tell you what, with all the things that have gone on in this inning for Zambrano, if you can get out of this inning just giving up 1 run, well, that would be huge.
And ball 1.
It's huge because you only gave up 1 run. It's huge because your pitcher picked up your infield.
Absolutely.
On the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Furcal hitting .192 lifetime against Zambrano. And by the way, Blake DeWitt gets an RBI when he was safe on an error. There's a bunt, and chasing it, a tough play made by DeRosa. Safe at first, and the run scores. Everyone is safe, and the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead. So Loney comes across with the second run, and Furcal crossing up the Cubs with a bunt, and DeRosa very nearly got him.
Well, this is almost like a clinic, Tony. Hit and run, and now this bunt with 2 outs.
Yep. Gutsy play, too. Got it past Zambrano. DeRosa tried to make the only play he could, the bare hand. That ball hits that grass and kind of bites just enough.
And of course, that's what you always check, the grass, to see how
absolutely.
high it is. So you won those 8 batting titles. Here's Russell Martin. Ball 1 inside. So a bunt single and an RBI for Furcal right here.
And see, Furcal's thought is he wants to get it past Zambrano. And DeRosa does all he can do on that play, but not quick enough.
Bases loaded, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes to Russell Martin. Zambrano has been ahead of most of the hitters in the first 2 innings, but behind 2-0 and no place to put Russell Martin. Kemp DeWitt and Blake are the base runners. Burkall at first base. On the corner, 2-1 now. And on deck for the Dodgers is Manny Ramirez. So a huge batter right here for Zambrano early in this game after the Cubs had a runner in scoring position and could not get him across in the bottom of the first. That's low. 3-1. Now what?
Well, they're back to what they do, this Dodger team. Eyeballing Zambrano, making him get the ball up when he doesn't, taking those pitches, and getting in advantageous hitting counts.
Manny looking to come up with another run and more runners in scoring position, and a line drive base hit to left center field. 2 runs will score, and maybe 3 as the ball goes all the way to the ivy. They're going to wave for call home, and he will score as well. A bases clearing double by Russell Martin, and a 5-run inning here in the second inning for the Dodgers. Martin, who drove in 69 runs, has knocked in 4 already in the first game and the early innings of the second. Manny Ramirez gets jammed and fouls it back for strike 1. Ramirez struck out his first time up. This crowd that was on its feet and raucous early on is settling down now, and the Cubs are in a big hole early. Ramirez is the 9th batter to bat here in the second. 1 ball, 1 strike.
For the last 2 starts of the season now, and this start here for Zambrano, his last 8 innings, he's given up 18 runs.
28 pitches this inning thrown by Carlos Zambrano. Fastball challenging Manny, who misses 1-2. And now Chad Billingsley has a 5-run cushion, and this crowd looking for Zambrano to get Manny Ramirez and end this. Outside corner, but a damaging second inning as the Dodgers score 5 runs, 4 hits, 2 Cub errors as we go to the bottom of inning number 2.